Before we dive into today's Mel Kiper 2-round mock draft for the Cowboys, if you haven't already, please join the #1 Cowboys YouTube channel out there. That is us here at the Dallas Cowboys Report. Videos every single day on rumors, news, and a whole bunch of NFL draft coverage. Join us today by subscribing. The Dallas Cowboys Report is presented by Manscaped. When you head over to manscaped.com/chat, you will get 20% off and free shipping on all the fantastic men's grooming products available at Manscaped, and we'll tell you more about them later on during today's video. Mel Kiper has put out his latest 2-round NFL mock draft, and we're going to discuss it and react to it as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys selections. No major surprises for the first 3 picks. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones in that order. This mock draft had trades, and Kiper had the Dolphins trading up to number 4 after moving down from 3 to 12 and then back to 6 and then back up to 4. It's weird. He's got him going Kyle Pitts anyway. Penei Sewell goes off the board number 5. Trey Lance goes number 6 to the Falcons. I think it's a bit more likely the two teams just stand pat. But anyway, Jamar Chase goes 7. Devonta Smith goes 8. Micah Parsons goes number 9. And that means Rashawn Slater, Patrick Surtain are there for the Cowboys. But Mel Kiper has them trading this pick to the New England Patriots. Patriots, of course, get the number 10 overall selection. The Cowboys get the Patriots' first-round pick, number 15 this year, and their first-round pick next year. So an extra first-rounder to move down 5 spots. Now, the trade value chart in general kind of gets thrown out the window when teams move into the top 10 for a potential franchise quarterback, but that is a significant return for the Cowboys to slide down 5 spots. I think you could see a second or even just a third and some change being more in line with the typical trade value chart there. So would you do this trade? Frankly, I think the Patriots are quote-unquote overpaying based on that chart, but let me know what you guys think. Would you do the trade? Type in Y for yes or N for no you would not. Now let's get to the rest of Mel Kiper's picks before the Cowboys take one at 15. Justin Fields goes 10. Back-to-back Bama picks here. Jalen Waddle and then Patrick Surtain to the Eagles. That won't sit well with everybody. Rashawn Slater, Christian Darrisaw then both go off the board, leaving Jaycee Horn to be the pick by the Cowboys at pick number 15. He is one of the top cornerbacks in this year's class, and he played well this past year and frankly was outright dominant against Auburn and likely NFL draft pick Seth Williams as well. He's got a great mentality that you want out of your number 1 corner. He is very much a dog, if you will, a trash talker, very physical, and I like that attitude and character stuff to help really change a defense that could use one of those guys. He's also sometimes too physical. He's very grabby. He always looks up and looks for the flag after a play, which is fine. And Surtain is also grabby, but he hides it much better. Horn in just 7 games this year had a fantastic year. Targeted 24 times, allowed barely 1 catch per game. Now, 3 of them went for scores, but he also picked off 2 passes and had 6 pass breakups. I have Patrick Surtain over Jaycee Horn on my personal board. But you're also getting a future first-round pick to trade down and take Jaycee Horn. So which one would you guys rather do? Would you rather stand pat and take Surtain, or would you take Jaycee Horn and the first-round pick? This is the pinned comment on today's video, so get your votes in. 1 for Surtain or 2 for Jaycee Horn. Let's go to cornerback now here in terms of like the need, right? It's a significant one. So getting Surtain or Horn makes me feel good about the Dallas Cowboys draft haul because then Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis fight to be your nickel corner. In this case, Horn and Diggs are your outside guys. You can play cover 3. You can play man-to-man. You can be physical. Diggs will make plenty of plays on the ball. Horn can maybe be a lockdown guy. I like that for the Cowboys. I did want to mention, by the way, the players who were also still on the board, who the Cowboys could have also taken. Caleb Farley Would have been my pick if not for the back injury, right? Elijah Vera Tucker is there. Kwity Paye, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I like Greg Newsome. If you trade down and Horn is there, maybe he's your pick. But I got no issues trading down and still getting Jaycee Horn, even if it ends up meaning that Patrick Surtain ends up as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. But that first-round pick, it really, really helps. So Horn is the pick then by Mel Kiper, and with the trade down tacked onto it, I don't have any issues. If you can promise me that, a future first and Jaycee Horn by moving down from 10 to 15, I am absolutely on board with that. Now, as mentioned, today's show is made possible by Manscaped. It is baseball season, which means it's time to make everyone aware that chicks dig the long ball, but not long ball hair. Trim that up, get rid of the unwanted hair that's downstairs because that's gross for everybody by using the Lawnmower 3.0. Head over to manscaped.com/chat, then get 20% off and free shipping when you use our URL. It's the one you see below, manscaped.com/chat. You can get the Lawnmower 3.0. You can get the perfect package as well, which comes with the lawnmower, and the most comfortable boxers known to man. This handy traveling case as well, plus other extra to help you feeling fresh down there. Go to manscaped.com/chat. That link to make your lives easier will be in the comments section and in the description, so all you have to do is click shop and save money today. This was a 2-round mock draft by Mel Kiper. Let's get then to the round 2 pick. Some notable players off the board as it relates to the Cowboys. Ronnie Perkins, Nick Bolton, Gregory Rousseau go in round 2. And then I know you guys want them. Christian Barmore, Trevon Merrick, they are gone in the latter part of round 1, The pick then by Mel Kiper, not one we've talked about very often. This is Joe Tryon, the edge rusher out of Washington. Now, he opted out of the 2020 college football season. And in his lone year as an actual starter for the Huskies and DC and now head coach Jimmy Lake, he fared pretty well. He is a good athlete, frankly a great one, tested very, very well at his probably juiced pro day. But he's also a one-year wonder. And it's very tough for me to rank all these edges because I got 10 guys right now who are either a round 2 grade or a round 1 or round 2 / round 3 grade. Tryon's in that mix there as well. But as you'll see, there were some significant prospects that Kiper took or passed on to give Tryon to the Cowboys. Before we dive into that, knowing who the picks are here, grade this mock draft for me. A, B, C, D, or F. You got Jaycee Horn, Joe Tryon, and an extra first-round pick. That's kind of like a B to me at minimum because I don't love the Tryon pick, but maybe it borders on an A. Get your votes in. A, B, C, D, or F. Now, some players on the board at number 44 for the Dallas Cowboys that they chose to pass on in favor of Joe Tryon. Richie Grant was there, and also, God, it would just be classic Cowboys for them to not take the safety we all want for an edge rusher who I like, but I'm going to have graded below Richie Grant regardless of position. 2 Texas kids, Samuel Cosme, Joseph Asai, Carlos Basham. I like those guys better than Joe Tryon. Not to mention, Payton, who I'm higher on, but I know the Cowboys aren't going to take him in round 2, so it's fine. And then Levi Onwuzurike as well, the DT from Washington. You could make an argument for all 5 of those guys over Joe Tryon. The production, it looks pretty good. 41 tackles, 12.5 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, and it does fill a need. Because you have DeMarcus Lawrence, yes, Randy Gregory, and then your depth consists of Terrell Basham, Bradley and Dorrance Armstrong, Rondell Carter. I don't love that. And I am fine with going edge rusher. But Tryon, even though I like him, and this isn't necessarily a reach by any means, it's a little bit early for me. This was one of my toughest evaluations of this draft cycle. I love some of the physical traits, the testing amongst them. He's got great length, 34 arms. He looks and moves like he is the part. And the upside is certainly there. But he doesn't have great bend coming off the edge, and I think he's more of a project than what I want to take in the top 50. He is not going to be a top 50 prospect for me. He needs work on his pass rush moves, and there are far too many instances of him not processing plays correctly and taking himself out as a result. Throw in the opt-out, the fact that I've got better edges on the board plus a safety in there. It's not the route I would want to go for the Cowboys, but it is far from the worst pick they could make at that spot. Now, which pick do you guys think was better? If you've paid attention, it's pretty clear what I think. I've got Jaycee Horn. So before we go, get your votes in. Type H for Jaycee Horn or type T for Joe Tryon.